car, that is Doug Koski. Alongside of him, moved up from the Hornets and the Pure Stocks into a Super Stock, we'll have Chaston Finkbone. Track champion back in 2021 in the 11 car. Out of Iron, we'll have Kevin Celine along his outside. In the 41X will be Brian Vital. Row number 4 in the 41 car, we'll have Mikey Vital. He'll be alongside the 57 out of Cohasset of Dalton Carlson. Row 5 in the 3B, racing out of Canyon, that'll be Austin Bloom. Alongside of him from Keewatin in the 79A, it is Andy Labarge. In row number 6 in the 5 car, it's Danny Duran, and alongside of him from Grand Rapids in the 47J will be Justin Barsness. 20 laps of Super Stock feature racing to kick off our feature races on opening night 2025 here from Hibbing Raceway. Green flag is out and we are feature racing here from Hibbing. Tristan Labarge to the outside. Going to take the early lead down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Labarge swings around and he will be lap 1 leader. Labarge has won 4 of the last 5 track championships here at Hibbing. Last year he had 6 feature wins, 7 heat wins. 6 feature wins back in 2023 and 6 feature wins back in 2000. It is Tristan Labarge, followed by the 76 of Doug Koski. Chaston Finkbone sitting in 3rd. Celine in the 11 car, right now in 4th. Dalton Carlson has worked his way up into that 5th spot in the 57, followed by Trevor Aarons. Labarge's lead sitting at 2.1 seconds over the 76 of Doug Koski. Celine a 1.5 seconds back. He's getting pressure from the 40C of Chaston Finkbone. Dalton Carlson right behind them in the 57. This race, the 19 of Tristan Labarge. We'll be hearing from our winners down in the victory lane coming up following this race. 11 feature wins overall a year ago for Tristan. 6 in Hibbing, 4 in Grand Rapids, 1 in Proctor. 5 feature wins here in Hibbing back in 2022 as he went on for a track championship. Labarge extends that lead up to almost 4 seconds over Koski. Dalton Carlson has worked into 3rd, and around is going to go Kevin Celine out of turn number 2. It's going to make out a caution flag. 11 of 20 in, so still 9 to go here in our feature race. Tristan Labarge a year ago had 6 feature wins. All right, going to get this one fired back up. 11 in, 9 to go for the 19 of Tristan LaBarge. LaBarge, 6 feature wins a year ago as he was on track and won his 5th track championship. Green flag out. Dalton Carlson in that 57 pushes aside the 76 of Doug Koski. Now here comes the cousin of Tristan LaBarge, Andy LaBarge in that 79. He has worked his way up into that top 4. Andy LaBarge with a couple of feature wins a year ago. In fact, it was between Tristan LaBarge and Andy LaBarge, all of our feature wins a year ago here in Hibbing. LaBarge went on to win the Paul Bunyan Stampede. Andy LaBarge did a year ago. Tristan LaBarge, Dalton Carlson, and the 79A of Andy LaBarge. Dalton Carlson was the Bemidji track champion a year ago. He had 1 feature win here in 2024. Austin Bloom now has worked his way up into the 4th spot ahead of Doug Koski. Four laps to go for Tristan LaBarge, Dalton Carlson, Andy LaBarge, followed by Austin Bloom in the 76 of Doug Koski. Well, the last 2 years, his cousin has won opening night. Dalton Carlson darts to the inside of Tristan LaBarge, but can't get past him on the backstretch. LaBarge will go to the inside. It is Tristan LaBarge, Dalton Carlson, and Andy LaBarge. Austin Bloom sitting in the 4th spot, followed by Doug Koski. White flag will be out this time by for the 19 of Tristan LaBarge. One more opportunity for Dalton Carlson. Tristan LaBarge to the inside, and he holds off the 57 of Dalton Carlson, and Tristan LaBarge going to win here on opening night 2025. Six feature wins a year ago. He's a defending track champion here at the Hibbing Raceway. Your winner in the 19 car racing out of Kelly Lake will be Tristan LaBarge. He was followed by the 57 of Dalton Carlson. Then we saw the 79A of Andy LaBarge. Austin Bloom finishing in that 4th spot, followed by Doug Koski. Mikey Vital, Chaston Finkbone finishes 7th. Justin Barsness, Trevor Aarons, and Brian Vital, your top finishers. Our new victory lane right in front of the main grandstands, and we'll be bringing your winner in, and we'll be hearing from him in just a minute. Tristan LaBarge, 6 feature wins a year ago, our track champion in 2020, 22, 23, and 24. He's won 4 out of the last 5 track championships here at Hibbing Raceway. Let's direct your attention down towards our victory lane in front of the main grandstands here at Hibbing Speedway. He had 6 feature wins a year ago. But his cousin Andy had won the last 2 opening nights here at Hibbing Raceway, and he is going to pick up the victory here this evening. Let's put your hands together and give a Hibbing Speedway round of applause for your winner, Tristan Labarge.
Folks, down here with Tristan, very excited driver. Tristan, heck of a performance, man. You were taking off the beginning of the race, checking out. There was a that came out. Probably had you maybe nervous after that for a minute. But after that, it's like you took off again, man. Tell us what it took just to get back here. A couple weeks ago, we seen you roll over, tip over. Just how did you get this thing back here tonight, man?
Well, I built it myself. TR suck it. That's all I can say. Yeah. No, but for real, no, this is awesome right now, and that was some great racing. Does it work? Right here? Yep. Okay. No, but it was great though. I don't know. It takes a lot of hard work if you want to win in anything that you do. If you can, I guess, outwork your opponents, you'll win in anything and everything.
Well, Tristan, you definitely did that, man. Let's thank some sponsors on this car quick.
I'd like to thank Ryan Aho, Aaron Olson, Nathan Bird, the Hideaway Bar, my wife, my daughter Addison, my son Alex, Daver, Linda Carpenter, Aspen Health Transport, Lubavitch Motorsports, Herberts and Gerberts, Superior Towing, Superior Automotive, and Duluth Towing.
Hey, man, congratulations, Tristan Labarge.
So Tristan Labarge winning our Super Stock feature race here on opening night at Hibbing Speedway. Again, we do thank you for coming out and joining us here on night number 1 of the 2025 racing season. We are going to bring our late models out for their feature race as they are scheduled to go 25 laps. Here's how we'll line them up. Made the trip from Bluffton, Minnesota in the 22 car. We'll have Jack Carandi. He'll be your pole sitter. On the outside in the 45J races out of Grand Rapids, we'll have Johnny Broking. Row number 2 in that 99 car. Made the trip over from Walker. We'll have Billy Kendall. He'll be alongside the 30 car from Proctor of Kevin Burdick. Row number 3 to the inside here from St. Paul in the 31 will be Travis Budislavich. He'll be alongside the 16 car out of Hibbing of Derek Vessel. Row 4 in the 6M from Keewatin, it's Jeff Massengill. He'll be alongside the 37X out of Kelly Lake of Skeeter Estee. Row 5 in the 54 car, he calls Evelyn home. That is Rick Nemi. He's alongside the 12X out of Bovie of Ben Heinley. Row 6, former track champion, now out of Carlton in the 79, it is Kevin Carlson. He's alongside the 12 car from Bovie of Mark Heinley. And row number 7 in the 23, former track champion from Hibbing, will be Kyle Peterlin. "25 laps of late model feature racing." And like to mention, the driver on the outside of row number 3 in that 16 car. So Derek Vessel, his dad in the Hall of Fame. Steve, one of the great all-time drivers here at Hibbing Raceway. Steve Vessel, happy birthday. Derek Vessel's dad, happy birthday, Steve, one of the all-time greats here at Hibbing Raceway. We are going to give him the one to go. Jack Carandi in that blue 22. Johnny Broking on the outside in the white and red 45J. Billy Kendall, Kevin Burdick in row number 2. Travis Budislavich, Derek Vessel in row 3. Lights off of the back stretch. Green flag coming out from our flag man, Roger Carlson, here on the front stretch. Green flag out. Coranda is in the 22. Broking in the 45. Billy Kendall in the 99. Coranda is going to lead lap number 1. Billy Kendall works his way up into second. Now here comes Travis Budislavich in that 31 car. Budislavich third, Johnny Broking fourth. He's about to be passed by the 60 or the 6M of Jeff Massengill, who's worked his way up into fourth. Jack Coranda from Bluffton, looking for his first feature win of the season. Highest finish was back on April 19th when he finished fourth at the Ogilvy Raceway, and now he's going to look forward into the rearview mirror of the 99 of Billy Kendall. Kendall, your new leader. Kendall looking for win number 1 on the season. Finished second at Grand Rapids Speedway a week ago Thursday. Third opening night at Gondiclaw Speedway. Fourth last night at Gondiclaw Speedway. Kendall leads. Now it is Travis Budislavich in the 31. Trying to get around Jack Coranda into that second slot. He'll pass him coming out of turn 2. Kendall's lead is already up to 1.7 seconds, but Budislavich with some speed. We'll see if Travis can catch him. We have to go back a few years, back to 2021, the last time that Travis Budislavich picked up a win here at Hibbing. Kendall looking for his first ever win in a late model here at Hibbing. Budislavich has cut that lead down to 1.8 seconds. Still plenty of race to go. 15 laps remain. Make it 14. Massengill up into third. Massengill with some speed as well. Johnny Broking will make a pass and get back into the top 4 as he gets past Jack Coranda down the backstretch. There's your leader into turns 1 and 2. Massengill has cut the gap between him and Budislavich. Budislavich staying about 1.8 seconds behind your leader, Billy Kendall. Of a second off, down to 1.7. 5.5 to go for Billy Kendall. Massengill makes a pass though on Budislavich, and Jeff Massengill now up into second. Billy Kendall. 4 laps remain. Kendall, Massengill, Budislavich, Broking, and Burdick, your top 5. Kendall's lead now up to 2.2 seconds. I believe this is the first win ever here for Billy Kendall. I know it's his first ever in a late model for sure. according to my records, this will be his first ever win here at Hibbing. Massengill cutting that lead down, though. He's down to under a tenth of a second. They had it set for 20 laps, and it's actually 25, so there's 3 remaining for Kendall. I apologize for that. That's what happens when I read off my screen. Kendall going to be coming up on Jack Caranda, who started on the pole. 2 to go for Billy Kendall. The lead down to 7/10 of a second. White flag out this time for the youngster Billy Kendall. Kendall, 26 years old, going to take the checkered flag, and he will win for the first time here in Hibbing. Billy Kendall, your winner. Jeff Massengill second. Travis Budislavich, Kevin Burdick, and Johnny Broking, your top 5. His dad, a longtime racer, and he is one of the young guns. He picks up his first ever win here at Hibbing Speedway. In the 99 car, your winner from Walker will be Billy Kendall. Kendall followed by the 6M of Jeff Massengill. Then we had the 31 of Travis Budislavich. Kevin Burdick finishes 4th, followed by Johnny Broking. We'll be bringing him into our victory lane here in just a moment. So Kendall wins, followed by Massengill, Budislavich, Burdick, Broking, Skeeter Esty, Rick Nemi, Derek Vessel, Kevin Carlson, and Ben Heinley, wrapping up your top 10. Well, we direct your attention down in front of the main grandstands to our new victory lane here at Hibbing Speedway. For the first time ever here in Hibbing, Hibbing Speedway, put your hands together for Billy Kendall.
Folks down here with Billy for the 99. Billy, this is your first win, man. Talk us through this.
Yeah, we got a brand new car here this year, and it's been this is our second night on it. It's been good right out of the box. We were good last night, not quite good enough. Made a couple of changes and good enough to do it tonight. So I feel pretty good.
Well, man, heck of a job. Do you want to thank some people that helped you get here?
Yeah, for sure. I got Nissler floor covering came on this year, and there's some good friends of mine. They came on and helped us out. KSC Services, I know my boy Kyle is going to be watching, so shout out to Kyle. Reds Racing Supply, and then Rocket Chassis. I mean, they built one badass rig.
Well, congratulations, man. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
So Billy Kendall, first ever win here in Hibbing for the 99 car, followed by Jeff Massengill, Travis Budislavich, Kevin Burdick, and Johnny Broking, your top 5 in your late models. Our late models here in 2025 are sponsored by Park State Bank. I'd like to thank folks at Park State Bank coming aboard and sponsoring our late models here in 2025. Park State Bank, one of the great sponsors here. Also, we've got people like Lakeside Lumber, Mirabella Realty, MDI, Iron Mining Association of Minnesota, Purple Wave Auctions, Corpy Builders, Longhorn Chassis, Velocita Bulletproof Tees, United Rental of Hibbing and Hermantown, and J&H Auto of Silver Bay. Just some of the great sponsors who have jumped on board and sponsored things here at Hibbing Speedway in 2025. It is time for our Corpy Builders Modifieds. Here's how we're going to line things up. On the inside of row number 1 in the 37X racing out of Kelly Lake, we will have Skeeter SD. Alongside of him in the 22 car from Hibbing, it'll be Tyler Kittner. Row number 2, last year's track champion in the 11JR, it is Andrew Inman. He's alongside the 55 out of Chisholm of Jeff Wood. Row 3 in the 21 car from Fort Francis, Ontario, that is Matt DePiro. He'll be alongside of Fort Francis native in the 88 car, Tanner Williamson. Row 4, he drives the M2 out of Floodwood. We'll have Chris Magastad. He's alongside the 45 from Grand Rapids of Bob Broking. Row number 5 in the 12T, here from Winnipeg, it's Tony Cassie. He's alongside the 55W from Chisholm of Jeffrey Wood. Row 6 made the trip over from Brainerd in the 5 car. It's Mark Pruser. He's alongside the 85 from Devlin, Ontario of Jeff Davis. Row number 7 here from Fort Francis in the 4A. It is Dawson Allen. And in the 12 car racing out of Bovey, we will have T.J. Heinley. Modified feature time, going to go 20 laps of Corpy Builders Modified Racing opening night 2025. Thanks for joining us here at Hibbing Speedway in the heart of Minnesota's historic Iron Range. Those of you joining us on YouTube and those of you joining us on xrevents.com, we do appreciate you joining us here tonight, and a full house here in person. Couple of local legends, so to speak, on your front row. Skeeter Esty and Tyler Kittner. Andrew Inman, last year's track champion on the inside of row number 2, alongside the 55 out of Chisholm of Jeff Wood. Lights off, green flag should be coming out as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag out, here we go. Tyler Kittner, Esty get tied up, and that's going to cause a chain reaction of things right off the start. Well, that's one thing that happens when you have open-wheeled modifieds, is if you get those front tires together, it can cause a lot of damage, and that's what it looked like right off the start. Tyler Kittner and Skeeter SD got those front wheels tangled up, and nowhere to go for Jeff Wood in the 55. Andrew Inman got caught up in all of that, and he ended up going backwards and slamming into some people. So we did not get a lap in, and some cars, we'll see if they can all go. So far, all of them running except the 11JR of Andrew Inman. And just watching the replay, that is exactly what happened. The front wheels got tangled up between Tyler Kittner and Skeeter Esty, and that's what caused the whole series of events. So we're going to get things sorted out here. And we'll get our lineup straightened out. Andrew Inman, the defending track champion of the car here on the front stretch that they're looking at. And also over there in turn number 1 and 2, Matt DePiro. Matt DePiro picked up a win last night at the Hibbing Speedway. Other than that, looks like all the other cars, there is some damage, but all the other cars looking like they're going to try and run. And Andrew Inman, will see if he turns it around and gets that 11JR back up and running. Well, it's running, but if he wants to stay out on the racetrack. I think they're going to give everyone their spot back. We'll try this again, so if they do, will be Skeeter Esty and Tyler Kittner on the front row. They keep showing the replay on XR events, so you can see what happened there. The Tyler Kittner put on the gas and just hit the front tire of Skeeter Esty, and that just caused a chain reaction of things. Get them lined up, did not get a lap in. And actually now what they're saying is part of that was due to the track being wet, so they're going to let the cars do a little hot lapping on the track to work some of that water they put in after the late model feature race. All right, had to work some moisture into the racetrack. Going to try it again here. Still 20 laps of Corpy Builders modified feature racing. Flagman is going to give him a 1 to go. Opening night, Hibbing Speedway. Skeeter Estes on the inside in the 37. Tyler Kittner in the yellow 22 on the outside. Green flag coming out, and here we go. Again, Estes gets a little loose there in turns 1 and 2. Hits a couple of cars, but he's going to keep it green. And lap 1 leader will be the 22 of Tyler Kittner. Estes second, followed by Andrew Inman, the 55 of Jeff Wood, and then the 45 of Bob Broking. Tyler Kittner, your early leader. Kittner with 2 feature wins a year ago here in Hibbing. He had 3 back in 23 and 3 in 22. Six-time track champion. Labor Day shootout winner. Northern Storm winner. He is pushing the lead on Andrew Inman, last year's track champion, who is currently sitting in second. Inman just moved up to the Midwest Modified, his first year in the Modified a year ago. That lead already up to 3.1 seconds for Tyler Kittner as we are just 5 laps into this one. Make it 3.4. The one thing is, though, Kittner's going to be coming up on lap traffic here in just a lap or so. First car will be the 4A of Dawson Allen out of Fort Francis, Ontario. Also right up there is the 05 of Mark Prusser here from Brainerd. And Prusser and Allen get wrapped up over there right in front of the 22 of Tyler Kittner. Prusser goes up airborne a little bit, then off the track there at the top of turn 4. Prusser and the 4A of Dawson Allen get their front wheels tied up. Going to bring out a caution flag. 7 laps in, 13 remain. Mark Prusser made an appearance last night at the Gondik Law Speedway in Superior. And he's going to have to go to the back. And actually, Prusser now going to stop on the back stretch. Jim will head on over there and so we'll get them lined up again. And now our track personnel over there looking at Skeeter Estes. A lot of damage on that 37. A lot of bent tin on a number of these cars. Excuse me, sheet metal. Andrew Inman, you see a lot of damage as he goes by. The 55 of Jeff Wood. Skeeter Estes with a lot of damage on that 37. Gonna go with the traditional with soda double file. Went to the new choose cone in Superior, which has made it interesting on the restarts and the features. So this is Tyler Kittner out front, Andrew Inman on the outside, and Skeeter Esty on the inside in row number 2. The green flag back out and we are underway. Still 13 remaining here in this Corby Builders modified feature. Inman got up a little bit high there in turns 1 and 2, and it gave room for Bob Broking in the 45 to move in front of him. Skeeter Esty back in that second spot. Inman trying to get that third spot away from Broking. There's your battle right now. The white and blue 11 and the white and blue 45. Inman will take the third spot. Tanner Williamson in the meantime off that restart moves back into the 5th spot. Inman again got a little loose and high in turns 1 and 2. So Broking got past him. Broking in third. It's Tyler Kittner, Skeeter Esty, Bob Broking, Andrew Inman, Tanner Williamson. And then we've got the 55W of Jeffrey Wood, and the 55 is dad of Jeff Wood. Tyler Kittner. And now we've got a car around in turn number 2. I believe that might be the 55W of Jeffrey Wood. No. And looks like that is who it is. Well, a great restart that last time for Tanner Williamson. And also the Devlin, Ontario driver, Jeff Davis. Jeffrey Wood was running up there right in front of his dad in the red 55, but he goes around over there in turn number 2. 11 in, still 9 remain in this 20-lap feature race in our modifieds. Well, Bob Broking is going to move up to the outside of Skeeter Esty on this restart. Bob picked up a win on Thursday night, just down the road in Grand Rapids, a little bit west of here, about 40 minutes from Hibbing. Got to give him the 1 to go. Tyler Kittner's been in this position many times here at Hibbing. "11 laps in, 9 remain. Who will win opening night in the Corby Builders Modifieds?" Green flag back out. Late start for Kittner. Broking to the outside. Skeeter Esty to the inside. Here comes Andrew Inman again alongside of Broking. Your battle for 3rd and 4th. Inman in the 11. Broking in the 45. Got a couple cars getting tangled up over in turn 4. Cruiser came to a stop, but he's going to hammer it down and will keep this one green. Got a battle going on between Bob Broking and the 11 JR of Andrew Inman. Broking takes that 3rd spot back. Inman's going to go to his inside. Broking will hold him off. Right now it is the 22 of Kittner, the 37 of Esty, the 45 of Bob Broking, the 11 of Andrew Inman, and the 55 of Jeff Wood. Mark Cruiser out of Brainerd is going to pull that 5 car into the infield. His night over. 5 laps remain for Tyler Kittner. Now we got a battle brewing for 5th between Tanner Williamson in the black 88 and the red 55 of Jeff Wood. Williamson's going to get past him coming out of turn number 4. Got a car around. That is Bob Broking in turn number 1. The winner on Thursday night over in Grand Rapids. And it will bring out the caution flag with 5 laps still remaining. Watching the replay to see if we can see what happened. Broken got a little bit high and looks like he may have went on his own. He was looking to get up and around Skeeter Esty, and oh no, he hit those tires here on the top of turn number 1. Mark Prusser will take that 5 into the pits, and they zoom in, you can see a lot of damage and a flat tire. So Broken got a little bit high and he slammed into those tires just here on turn number 1, and unfortunately for the winner on Thursday night over in Grand Rapids, his night is going to be over. Still 5 remain for the 22 of Tyler Kittner. Kittner with 2 wins last year, including an opening night win. And now they've called the ambulance over to Bob Broking's car. He did hit that tire very hard. Well, the good news is Bob gave him the thumbs up in the car. He is okay, so the ambulance going back to the infield. But a lot of damage on the 45 as he really slammed into those tires there going into turn number 1. Well, looking ahead on the schedule here at Hibbing Speedway, we'll have a regular race night next week with all of our WISSOTA classes, our late models, modifieds, super stocks, Midwest modifieds, and Hornets. And then don't forget, we've got a special Sunday race coming up on June 15th. So 2 weeks from tomorrow, June 15th, the XR Northern Storm will be racing here at Hibbing Speedway. That's the XR Northern Storm on Sunday, June 15th here at Hibbing Speedway. And then after that, we've got a special Tuesday race, and we'll have the street stocks in town. First time, and boy, I would almost have to guess it's been well over 20 years since the street stocks have raced here at Hibbing Raceway. So that is coming up on Tuesday, June 24th. So if you need more information, check out the new website online or all that information on the Hibbing Speedway page on My Race Pass. So regular racing next Saturday night, and then a Sunday, June 15th race, and then Tuesday, June 24th. All that coming up in the next couple weeks here at Hibbing Speedway. So still 5 to go for the 22 of Tyler Kittner. So Bob Broking pulls that 45. He didn't. He had to have it towed off the racetrack. Mark Prusser pulled his 5 off. And now the 4 car of Dawson Allen getting pushed into the pits. All right, lights off. Going to try it again. 5 to go for the 22 of Tyler Kittner. Green is out. Andrew Inman to the outside in that 11. To the inside, the 37 of Skeeter SD. Here comes Tanner Williamson. Tanner Williamson to the inside of Andrew Inman, trying to take that 3rd spot. Kittner continues to lead. Skeeter SD in the 37 in 2nd. Inman will take back 3rd. Jeff Wood doing a nice job hanging on to that 5th spot. His son Jeffrey right behind him now in 6th. White flag will be out next time by for the 22 of Tyler Kittner. 1 to go. Opening night for the 2nd year in a row. If Tyler Kittner can hold on for another half a lap. Problems for Andrew Inman, and he's going to pull off the back stretch. So Inman had a nice run, and he's going to end up finishing towards the back. Opening night for the 2nd year in a row. Going into victory lane will be the driver of the 22 car. Your winner is Tyler Kittner. Kittner followed by the 37 of Skeeter SD. Then we saw the 88 car of Tanner Williamson. Jeff Wood, nice run for Jeff. He finishes 4th, followed by his son Jeffrey Wood. Then we saw Jeff Davis, Tony Cassie, TJ Heinley, and Chris Magastad, your top finishers. So again, we'll be heading down into our new victory lane here at Hibbing Speedway and hearing from your winner, Tyler Kittner, in just a moment. Once again, I'd like to thank Corpy Builders sponsoring our modifieds here in 2025. Thanks to Corpy Builders, our sponsor of our modifieds throughout the 2025 racing season here at Hibbing Speedway. Two feature wins last year, picks up another one here on opening night in the 22 car. So Hibbing Raceway for the second year in a row on opening night. Let's put your hands together for your modified feature winner, the driver of the 22, Tyler Kittner.
Folks down here with Tyler. Tyler, definitely the fastest car out there, man. This thing ripping for sure. We could hear it when you were letting off and hitting the gas again. This thing was cranking up big time. Talk us through this win a little bit. I know it was pretty much hammered down for you, it seemed like.
Yeah, this thing's been it's been a struggle all year. We kind of been back and forth on the setup, what we've been doing. We've been going to Ogilvie, and I don't know why, because we're horrible there. But I figured if we could get good there, we'd be good everywhere. So home cooking's always good. You know, we changed a bunch of stuff over from Thursday to today. Still got a little bit of stuff to work on, but the thing's a hot rod.
For sure. Look at all these fans. I forgot to mention it earlier, but man, this is what a turnout, huh?
Yeah, this has got to be better than most of the Labor Day shootouts in the past. I mean, this is an awesome crowd. When we came in, we were looking at all the cars parked up the road. And thanks to Barry for putting this on to bring you guys here. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to have our fun doing this.
Absolutely. You want to thank some sponsors?
Yeah, absolutely. I got to thank Palmer's Tavern, SSR Race Cars, Tim's Automotive, Hibbing Taxi, Domino's, R&K, Home Inspection, Range Home Inspection, Stump Grinding, Wolf Auto Body, Mackey Motorsports, First Call Renovation. Let me check. I don't want to forget anybody. Just they paid a good number to be on here. All Trucking, Orbs Repair, Hard Electric. I don't know if they said them yet, but I also got to thank the pit crew that's sticking with me. Lexus, Tupa, my dad, my daughter, my wife, everybody that's helping me out.
Hey, Tyler, nice job. Congratulations.
So once again, Tyler Kittner wins on opening night in your modifieds. As our Midwest Modifieds come out for their feature race, we are scheduled to go 20 laps of Midwest Modified feature racing. Here's how we'll line them up. On the inside of row one, he drives that 12A out of Chisholm will be Alex Odell. Alongside of him in the 69 from Cotton, it is Justin Bassa. Row 2 in the 10 from Grand Rapids, we'll have Mervyn Castle the third. He'll be alongside the 15 of Sam Blevins. Row number 3 will be Mikey Blevins, Sam's brother. He's alongside the 22 out of Forbes of Chad Van Duker. Row 4 in the M2 from Floodwood, we'll have Chris Magistad. He's alongside the Bemidji driver in the 8 car, Justin Jones. Row 5 in the 10 from Hibbing, it'll be Michael Blevins Sr. He'll be alongside the 16 out of Fort Francis of Garrett Paul. Row 6 in the 7 car from Chisholm, it's Eric Anderson. He's teamed up alongside the 26 from Marble of Sam Kohler. Row 7 in the 91 from Hibbing, it is Andy Davey. He's alongside the 14G from Britt of Brant Gruba. Row 8 in the 10X from Chisholm, it's Matt Cunha. He's alongside the Superstar from Hibbing in the 14 star, that is Adam Shin. Row 9 in the 44 from Hibbing, it'll be Braden Rewarts. He's alongside CJ LaValle, who made the trip here from Bemidji. Row 10 in the 76 out of Hibbing, it'll be Keith Koski. He's alongside the Bovee driver in the 22 of Ethan Elhart. Row 11 in the 1 from Buell, it's Joe Pangrack. He's alongside the 18X from Hibbing of Dylan Miller. Row 12 will have the 31 from Chisholm of Randy Haupt. He'll be alongside the 68G out of Embarrass of Eric Gruba. One to go. 20 laps of Midwest Modified Feature Racing opening night 2025 here at Hibbing Speedway. Alex Odell in that black and red 12 on the inside of the white 69 of Justin Bassa. Mervyn Castles in that 10 car inside of the 15 of Sam Blevins. Green flag out. Bassa up high, but staying in the middle will be the 12 of Alex Odell. Odell leads down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4, and Odell is going to be your lap 1 leader. Bassa, Blevins, side by side for second and third. Blevins, Odell, Bassa, 3 wide into turns 3 and 4. And Justin Jones wants in on this race as well. And so does the 15 of Sam Blevins. Mervyn Castle, the third, now leading. Justin Bassa's in the 69. Here comes Justin Jones in the 8th. Justin Jones has moved from row 4 up into second place. And we've got a couple cars around here in turns 1, Randy Haupt being one of them. And a car went into the pits. What a race up front, and what a run for the veteran in the 8 car, Justin Jones out of Bemidji. Started on the outside of row 4, so in the 8th spot. He is up into second. Couple cars are going back into the pits. Three in, still 17 remain. All right, going to give them one to go as they come past the front stretch, and we'll get this one back underway. 3 in, 17 remain. Mervyn Castle, the third, your leader. Green flag back out. 17 remain. 3 feature wins a year ago for Castle. Here's Jones to the lead. Justin Bassett goes into second. Castle back to third. Now a slide job by Bassett. Jones will cross over. Justin Jones, your leader. Justin Jones made a few appearances here last year. Jones had a couple of wins over at the Buffalo River Speedways. We got a car around in turn 4. Raced modifieds for a number of years. I do not have a win here at Hibbing for sure. Going back about 10 years in a modified or a Midwest modified for Justin Jones. Justin Jones, your leader. Jones also with the fastest lap time so far at 15.316. And here at Hibbing Raceway, that equates out to about 78 miles per hour for Justin Jones. Still plenty of race to go, and some kind of daring moves up front. 6 laps in, still 14 remain for Justin Jones. Nice start for Jones. Going up high in that 15 is Sam Blevins. Blevins trying to get past, and he does down the backstretch. Bassa. Castle still holds on to second. Battle for third between Justin Bassa and the 15 of Sam Blevins. Also bunched up right behind them is the 16 or the 10, I'm sorry, of Mikey Blevins. Andy Davey, longtime racer. We got something in the backstretch. I feel like a cone went flying all the way across the track, but it is off the track, and so we'll stay green. Justin Jones, your leader. Mervyn Castle, the third, second. Justin Bassa, Sam Blevins. Then we've got the 91 of Andy Davey, and we got a car around over in turn 2. That is, I believe, the 33L of CJ LaValle out of Bemidji. Justin Jones so far this year has only raced once. It was actually way back on May 5th or May 3rd. He raced at the North Central Speedway in Brainerd, where he finished 13th in the feature. And here his second night out in 2025. He leads at Hibbing Raceway or Hibbing Speedway. But a lot of race to go. 9 in 11 still remain. Justin Jones, behind him Justin Bassa and the 10 of Mervyn Castle. Some bumping there in turns 1 and 2. Jones comes out of it unscathed. Continues to lead. We are halfway through this one. Castle second. Bassa, Andy Davey and the 15 of Sam Blevins. Nice run for Dylan Miller. Miller working his way up. Justin Bassa to the outside. We got a couple cars around over in turns 1 and 2. One of them looks like it's Sam Kohler. I think the other is the 33 car again of CJ LaValle. Twelve in, still 8 remain. Andy Davey with a great run. Also a good run for Gavin Paul. Paul picked up a win at Emo Speedway last night. His dad Gavin, a longtime racer here. Garrett started on the outside of row number 5. Justin Jones started on the outside of row number 4. Andy Davey started on the inside of row number 7, worked his way up into 3rd. Well, and a shame, just talked about him, the 16 of Garrett Paul. Gavin's son is unfortunately now going to have to be taken off the racetrack by one of our wrecking crew people. So picked up the win last night in Emo. His dad, a longtime racer here, and was running good. In fact, Garrett Paul had moved himself up to the 5th spot and is going to go back to his pit, not the way he would like. 8 remain. Green flag out for Justin Jones. And car gets spun around. That is a superstar. Adam Shin goes around on the backstretch, and another car off the backstretch will bring out another caution. Superstar Adam Shin going for a ride there. Looks like Michael Blevins Sr. going to take his car into the pits. The other car that went off the track was the 76 of Keith Koski. Going with a single file restart now. So Justin Jones leads us out. It'll be a single file restart. Mervyn Castle the third, followed by Andy Davey, Justin Bassa. That'll be Eric Anderson and Sam Blevins, your top runners. Chris Magestead, Chad Van Duker, and Mikey Blevins Jr. Then the superstar will get his spot back. green flag out. We've still got 8 laps to go. Justin Jones, now I believe he has won back here in a modified at Hibbing, but you've got to go back a number of years. And we'll have Aaron ask him if he holds on and wins, because it may be his first ever win here. I know back in the day, he had a lot of good runs here, especially in the Labor Day shootout. And now we get a car. Eric Anderson gets pushed into the infield. And he is out of the way, so we will stay green. Justin Jones continues to lead. His lead at 0.7 of a second. 4 laps remain. Turns 1 and 2, a little rough over there. Jones seems to have found himself a good groove. Should get the 2 to go this time past the flag stand for the 8 car of Justin Jones. White flag for Justin Jones. Half a lap to go. He goes into turn 3. He will come out of turn 4 as an opening night feature winner here at Hibbing Speedway. The 8 car from Bemidji, Justin Jones. Castle's going to hold on for second. Andy Davey will finish third. Justin Bassa fourth, followed by Mikey Blevins, Sam Blevins, and the superstar Adam Shin finishing in seventh. Well, we're going to head on down into our victory lane, and we are going to have Aaron ask Justin if this is his first win. I know he had some great runs over the years in his modified, but jumping back into a Midwest modified a couple of years ago and puts on a show here tonight. I don't have a win on my records back about 10 years, but like I said, he had some great runs back a number of years ago here when he was a regular Saturday night runner. Hibbing Speedway, put your hands together. And let's give a round of applause for your Midwest Modified opening night winner, Justin Jones.
Folks down here with an excited driver, Justin Jones. Man, you started 8th. You were able to work your way up to the front. A bunch of cautions. You were able to take the victory. Talk us through it a little bit.
Yeah, I had an opening early on to dive to the bottom, and I think we were 3rd or 4th right off the bat, and just patient. Thankfully that Justin Bassa didn't wreck us there like he did at the last race in Proctor after we drove around in the rain, but I don't know, it was fun. We had a radiator leaking after the heat race. We left her in there and hoped for the best, and just got to thank SSR, Todd Reiser put this car together, and Chubb's Performance, John Geschwell for helping me out. We've been so dang busy that this is our first night out this year, and I didn't even know in the heat race if I could remember how to drive anymore. I was just worried I'd spin it out in front of the field.
Well, you definitely didn't spin it out tonight, man. You made this thing rocket ship right to the front, so enjoy this win. Congratulations, Justin Jones.
So a great win for Justin Jones, who's been coming here on and off for a number of years. And congratulations, Justin, on your win here at Hibbing Speedway. Well, opening night continues here as we've got the Northern Renegades in town for the 360 non-wing sprints. Here's how we're going to line them up on the inside of Roan 1 in that 11-car racing out of Grand Rapids. We will have Jesse Greif. Alongside of him, driving the 17B out of Sandstone will be Eric Bjorklund. Row 2 in the 17. From Sandstone, it'll be Hunter Colton. He'll be alongside the 101, the familiar orange car from Grand Rapids of Paul Schultz. Row 3 in the 59. He races now out of St. Stephen. That is Jamie Reberg. He is alongside the 46H, longtime modified driver here at Hibbing Raceway from Grand Rapids, Ken Roan. Row 4 in the 92 from Cohasset will have Danny Waite. He'll be alongside the Joker in the 5J from Grand Rapids. It'll be Chris Lewis. Row 5, a newcomer to racing out of Nevis in the 17. It's Mariah Lepatka. Mariah alongside the 56 out of Grand Rapids of Josh Brayford. And in the row 6 in the 22 from Hill City, we'll have Tyler Hamilton. $20 laps of 360 non-wing sprints racing, all part of the Northern Renegades here on a Saturday night, opening night at Hibbing Speedway. Racing going on over at the ABC Raceway in Ashland. James Vandella picks up a feature win tonight in the Wissota Midwest Modifieds in Ashland. Don Livingston winning in the Super Stocks. Tyler Vernon picks up another win in the Modifieds, and in the Pure Stocks, Eric Crosby, last year's national champion, win over at the ABC Raceway in Ashland. Green flag coming out in our Northern Renegade 360 Sprint opening night here at Hibbing Speedway. One leader will be the 11 car of Jesse Greif. Bjorklund in second. Ken Roan and Paul Schultz, your top runners. Ken Roan sticks his nose in there. And not a surprise, Chris Lewis right behind that pack. Racing tonight down at the Cedar Lake Speedway in Menominee. Adam Hensel picks up a win in the late models, his first win in a while. Daryl Nelson, who had the great run last night in Superior, finishes in 4th. In the modifieds, Daryl Nelson picks up another win, won last night in Superior, wins tonight down at Cedar Lake. In the modified, Scott Splitstoser a win in the Midwest modifieds, and Kyle Kopp a win in the Super Stocks tonight. Those races down at the Cedar Lake Speedway in New Richmond, Wisconsin. And Wissota Superstock feature racing at North Central Speedway over in Brainerd. Dylan Nelson a winner tonight. And down the road at the Ogilvie Speedway, Landon Atkinson a winner in the modifieds tonight. Joey Jensen picks up another win. He won last night in Superior. He wins in Ogilvie tonight in the Super Stocks. Joey Jensen also a winner down in Ogilvie. Racing tomorrow night kicks off at the KME Proctor Speedway. We've got a couple more to go here. Opening night in Hibbing. Jesse Greif, your leader. 4 laps in, 6 to go. Paul Schultz on the restart in that orange car. He's to the inside. Ken Roan sticks his nose in. They're 3 wide. Also the 17 of Eric Bjorklund. The Joker, Chris Lewis, up into the top 5 alongside of Ken Roan. Lewis now up into 3rd as he gets past Bjorklund. The Renegades will be racing tomorrow night in Proctor, the KME Proctor Speedway. Battle for the lead. Paul Schultz goes for the lead, and Schultz actually has the lead as he goes into turns 1 and 2. Paul Schultz, your new leader. Longtime modified racer. Halfway through this one, this time by for the 101 car of Paul Schultz. Schultz, Jesse Greif, Ken Roan, Eric Bjorklund, and the Joker, Chris Lewis. Schultz's lead already over 3 seconds. 3.3 over Jesse Greif. Paul Schultz has found something out here on the racetrack. Driver of the 101. I mentioned a long time, a modified driver. here on the Northland racetracks of Grand Rapids, Proctor, and Hibbing. Moved over to the sprint a number of years ago now, and going to pick up a win if he can hang on for another 3.5 laps here at Hibbing Raceway. Coming up on some lap traffic. Schultz's lead over Gripe, almost 4 seconds. Two to go for Paul Schultz. White flag out this time by for Paul Schultz in the 101. Half a lap to go for Paul. One of those great guys is going to pick up a checkered flag here tonight. Wins by 4.7 seconds. Well, if he's won here, it has been a number of years, and he would have done it in a modified. Your winner from Grand Rapids in the 101 car will be Paul Schultz. Schultz followed by Jesse Gripe. Then we had Ken Rohn, Eric Bjorklund, Chris Lewis, Josh Brayford, Danny Waite. Then it was Tyler Hamilton, Mariah Lepatka, and Hunter Colton, your top finishers. Be bringing them down into our victory lane and hearing from your winner in the 101 car, Paul Schultz, in just a moment. Once again, remember racing next Saturday night here at Hibbing Speedway. We do appreciate everyone for coming out and joining us here tonight. All right, Hibbing Speedway. He's been a long-time racer here, and he is into victory lane in his 360 sprint. Let's put your hands together for your winner, Paul Schultz.
Folks, down here with the driver of the 101. You had this thing cranking. It was got a little dusty towards the end. Here, this is yours. Got a little dusty towards the end, but once you got going, it's like you had the groove figured out, and you were on your way.
Yeah, I just was kind of biding my time. Hats off to Jesse. I don't know. He was running a heck of a race, and I knew it was going to – I just have to be there ready if he and he made a bobble, and he gave me a hole, and we took it, and I just thank God for no more cautions.
That's right. Well, you did a great job, man. You want to thank some people that helped you get this done?
I do. Keller Fence, Mr. Furnace, Automotive Electric, Redline Masonry, Northland Hydraulic Service, Rapid Garage Door, Fastenal, my crew, my Uncle Brian, my dad, Bassbrook Recycling. I got a lot of help in this car, and to be honest, we've had a rough start of it, so this feels pretty good.
Well, congratulations, Paul. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Here with the driver of the 11 car, Jesse. First time meeting you, man. Congratulations. You were driving a heck of a race. I didn't really see what I saw 3 wide there for a little bit when they did get by, or when one got by. Talk us through it a little bit, your perspective. How'd it go?
I was just holding out front there for a while, and then I slid up too high in 3 and 4, and all got by me. So, you know, is what it is. He took off from there, so couldn't catch him. It was a fun race.
Well, you drove a heck of a race. Congratulations on your second place, man. Third place, Ken. Hey, nice driving. It got a little dusty out there, but you were in there at the end. You're always right there, it seems like, when we see you. You want to thank some people to help you get this done?
Yes, I'd like to thank all my sponsors, my wife for my biggest supporter, and all the fans for showing up tonight. And Barry, this is amazing what he's transpired here and done for all of us. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ken. Have a good night.
So congratulations, Paul Schultz, followed by Jesse Greif and Ken Rowan, your top three in our Northern Renegade Sprint cars. All right, one more to go. We do appreciate, again, all of you for sticking around here on opening night 2025 as we'll bring out our Wissota Hornets. Here's how we'll line them up. On the inside of row number one, we'll have the 11 car of Tucker Smith. Alongside of him in the 34 from Bovee, it'll be Mark Gangle. Row number two, in the 4 car racing out of Kelly Lake, it'll be Brian Barker. He'll be alongside the 31 out of Nashwauk of Zeb Graves. Row 3 will have the 27 of Brady Faso and the 9 car of Nick Rusich. Row 4 in the 188 out of Hibbing will have Ian Van Vickel. Ian will be alongside the 38 of Kelvin Skya. Row 5 in the 25, that's McKenna Folstead out of Hibbing alongside the 71 out of Kelly Lake of Nathan Bird. Row 6 in the 24, from Embarrass will be Jada Lohr. Alongside of Jada in the 24 from Buell, it'll be Jerry Adams. Row 7 in the 46 from Pengilly will be Louis Skya. He'll be alongside the 79 out of Keewatin, Michaela Labarge. Row 8 in the 21 will be Tiffany Howda Sanders and the 22 of Paige Kittner. And in row number 9 in the 96 out of Hibbing will be Trenton Beal and the 92 out of Chisholm of Zach Sims. "15 laps of a Hornet feature racing to wrap up night number 1 here at Hibbing Speedway. Again, more information online. Be sure and like us on Facebook, as Barry and the crew doing a great job. They'll post a lot of things on everything going on here at Hibbing Speedway, including the improvements, any information that is going on. So check that out. Like us on Facebook, and more information on our new website webpage as well. And of course, have us as one of your favorite tracks on the My Race Pass. If you don't have My Race Pass, you can get the lineups as we see them. You can see all the results and much more on My Race Pass. Racing next Sunday or Saturday night, a regular night of racing, and then don't forget, coming up on Sunday, June 15th, the XR Northern Storm here at Hibbing Raceway. Hibbing Speedway. Mark Gangle in the 34 out front in this race. Tucker Smith in second. Then the 31 of Zeb Graves, your top three. McKenna Folstead moving up into fourth in that 25. The 27 of Brady Faso sitting in fifth. Then we've got Calvin Skya. Problems for Zach Sims. He looks like he's got a flat tire in that 92. He'll pull into the infield. Mark Gangle out of Bovee, your leader. Gangle's last win coming back on July 28th, 2023 here in Hibbing. It's like his only win in a Hornet. As we've got a couple cars around over here in turn number 4. Paige Kittner, one of those involved. Six laps in, 9 to go for the 34, Mark Gangle, looking for his first win here in Hibbing since July of 2023. Once again, racing next Saturday night. All of our regular classes will be here. And then don't forget, the following week, we're moving to a Sunday night race. Sunday, June 15th, the XR Northern Storm here at Hibbing Speedway. And then we'll be racing the following Tuesday, June 24th, Street Stocks. We'll be in town. First time in a long time for the Street Stocks here in Hibbing. Six in, 9 to go for Mark Gangle. Going to give them the 1 to go as they come past our front stretch. And problems again for Trenton Beal over here in turn number 4. He's had to get a push to get it going a couple of times. Lights out, should go green next time by our flag stand. Green flag is out for Mark Gangle. Gangle continues to lead. Tucker Smith got the 25 of McKenna Folstead making a run in there. McKenna Folstead up into second. Tucker Smith third. Then a battle between Brady Faso and the 27 and the 38 of Kelvin Skaya. McKenna Folstead is caught up to the 34 of Mark Gangle. Gangle hasn't won here since 2023. McKenna, the Grand Rapids track champion last year, picked up 7 heat wins here in Hibbing a year ago and 1 feature win. Ten and 5 remain. Mark Gangle looking for his first win since 2023. McKenna Folstead looking for her first win since last August 17th. Brady Faso just picked up a win in Bemidji in that 27 car. He's in the outside of row number 2 last weekend. McKenna Folstead makes a move out of turn 2. She's the leader down the backstretch. And McKenna Folstead is your new leader in this one. McKenna Folstead followed by Gangle. Then we've got the 38 of Skaya. Mark Gangle not going to give up that easily. 2 to go in this one. White flag out for McKenna Folstead. One more opportunity for Mark Gangle. Goes to the outside, and your winner opening night will be the 25 of McKenna Folstead. Had a great season last year with 7 heat wins. Finally picked up a feature win late in the season in August, and she is going to win opening night here in Hibbing. Your winner in the 25K car racing out of Hibbing will be McKenna Folstead. She was followed by the 34 of Mark Gangle. Then we saw the 27 of Brady Faso, the 38 of Calvin Skya, the 188 of Ian Van Vickel. Then it was the 46 car of Louis Skya. Those were your top finishers. We'll head down into our victory lane one more time, and we'll hear from McKenna coming up here in just a moment. Once again, don't forget next Saturday night, we'll do it with all of our regular classes, and then also mark on your calendars once again coming up on June 15th. It's a Sunday night. The XR Northern Storm will be here at Hibbing Speedway, and then we'll have a special Tuesday night race with the street stocks in town for the first time in a while. All right, let's hear it for your winner, McKenna Folstead.
Folks, down here with the driver, the 25K. Where'd you start, 9th?
Yeah.
You got this thing cranking. I don't know how you passed all those people to get to the front, but you did it. Talk us through it a little bit.
Just patient. Track is really rough. We had a little bit of a hard time in the heat race, getting rocks thrown at us and stuff, but made it work.
Yeah, you definitely did. You want to thank some people that helped you get here?
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to thank RW Plumbing, Whiskey Ranch, Mark Trenberth for painting this car. It's all hand painted. TB Automotive, SC Electric, Bean Counters, Amber and Warren Campin, Jake and Hannah, and all my parents and grandparents.
Well, congratulations on your win.
So congratulations to McKenna Folstead, and congratulations to all of our winners here on opening night 2025. Once again, next Saturday night, regular race night, as we'll have late models, modified super stocks, Midwest mods, and Hornets. And then a special Sunday night race coming up on Sunday, June 15th. The XR Northern Storm will be here at the Hibbing Speedway. And then a special Tuesday night race on June 24th, where we will have street stocks here for the first time in many years. We do appreciate everyone for coming out and joining us here tonight and opening night at the Hibbing Speedway. Once again, be sure and follow us on Facebook to see all of the things happening around here at Hibbing Speedway throughout the week, and a lot of changes still to come here before the end of the season. Have a great night, everyone. Don't forget racing kicks off for the 2025 season tomorrow night at the KME Proctor Speedway. Have a great racing week, everyone. Good night.